How did
It was like
question? How
70
did
episodes.
well, how does this gameplay tie in with the whole rent a girlfriend thing?
They get into. I mean, they have to somehow get out the lie or something like that. You know what I mean?
I guess.
I don't know, dude. I'm not gonna play Jump Force. That's for sure.
That's for damn sure.
God, Jump Force sucks ass. I paid $60 for that game.
Yeah. It's actually I actually don't know how to play for other videos. If you guys want me to play anything, please tell me, because I have a hard time finding things to play for certain videos. Um, like the next two videos I think are gonna be, ones that aren't too easy to find for games. But I play a lot of Modern Warfare. I play a lot of fighters. You can see it on Twitch. But if there's anything you guys want me to play, I play a lot of zombies too. If there's anything you guys want me to play, just go ahead and leave a comment, please, because I don't know what to play. I'm sorry, this is literally just a tangent. It's not a part of the video at all. Just Jump Force really sucks, and I really don't want to play it. So, and leave it at that. Now I have a real quick question for you. Do you like harems? That's a serious question, but hold on to your answer real quick, because we'll get back to it in a little bit. Harems are everywhere in anime and manga. There are many shows that are harems. For example, there's the non-friendly ones like High School DxD or High School of Dead. There are the friendly ones like Nisekoi and We Never Learn. But if you don't know what a harem is, let me fill you in. A harem is when three or more people, meaning usually girls, like one person. A harem is usually when, it's like more girls like guys, made like one guy, and it's called a reverse harem when it's the other way around. Now, don't ask me why that is, I don't know. Harems have been a big part of the anime and manga community for a while though, and have spawned what's called the waifu wars, where people will pick their best girl from a certain harem. Like, for example, in 2014, there was a fateful waifu war between the characters of Nisekoi, the main two girls being Chitoge and Onodera. However, there is another waifu war that is coming upon us. As of this recording, the anime has not come out yet, and hopefully this video can come out before the anime, but I can't really promise anything. The anime that's coming out is called Rent a Girlfriend, and it is an adaptation of the manga written by, I'm gonna try not to butcher this, Mayajima Renji. Today I will be talking about why you should read, watch, and just read and watch Rent a Girlfriend, and why I'm recommending it, because I honestly think it's really good. So, and that's the video. Let's just get into it. Rent a Girlfriend, in its simplest terms, is a harem, but it makes it a little hard to see it that way. The story starts with a 20-year-old college student named Kinoshito Kazuya, who gets dumped by his first girlfriend and blocked on Twitter. Distraught and depressed, he buys a rental girlfriend out of pure depression. Knowing that she is a rental girlfriend only serves to depress him more though, and he lashes out, leading in an altercation between the two. It's out of sheer coincidence that his grandma gets hurt and admitted to the hospital. It's then that Kazuya and Chizuru, the rental girlfriend, go to see his grandma, but not knowing what to say about Chizuru, she is introduced as his girlfriend, and they both trap themselves in a lie that Chizuru is Kazuya's girlfriend. I have to admit that the story for this show is nothing revolutionary. It's honestly a very mediocre story. Two people get themselves so caught up in a lie that they have to hide it a lot while lying more to keep the original lie in place. It's all very mundane and mediocre in terms of the story that's being told to us. Later, we get various characters that add on to the situation, but the plot relatively stays the same until a certain arc that comes out. The thing I'm trying to get to you is, this story is pretty mediocre, but why am I telling you this if I'm telling you to read and watch it? Well, one of the things that it does not follow is cliches. I feel I have to show the trailer in order to explain my next few points, so I'm gonna go ahead and show that trailer now.
俺は木下和也、20歳。ちなみに、彼女はいる。
ごめん、他に好きな人できちゃった。別れよ。
振られて落ち込む俺の前に現れたのは。
はじめまして、水原千鶴と言います。
レンタル彼女？
私はこの仕事好きだよ。
水原。
Real quick, this shot of Chizuru looks terrible. I think it's her lips. Maybe it's a personal thing. Like it's just me, and I'm just tripping. But she looks terrible in this. She's usually drawn to be like really, really pretty, and like every shot she's in. So or every panel she's in. So I don't know. But yeah, she just looks bad in this one. So. I'm sorry. I wasted your time. I'm just. Let me get back to your video.
彼女だ。
よろしくお願いします。
水原千鶴はレンタル彼女。本当に好きになるなんて許されない相手。でもやっぱり嫌だったよな。こんなクズの彼女なんて。
これが私の仕事。楽しかった。またね、運命なんて言えない。ハロー、カズくん。
俺、本当はまだマミちゃんのこと。
私、カズヤくんのことが好きなんです。
ごめん。
あいつ悪いやつじゃねえんだよ。きっとあんたのこと最後は幸せにしてくれると思う。
カズヤくん、カズヤさん、カズくん。和也くん、彼女お借りします。
Now, from the trailer alone, it paints itself as a very hardcore harem, and a very cliche one at that too. But I'm here to tell you that that's not the case, and while it does have its cliches, it's not as cliche as you would think it is. Now, you know the harem cliches. You have a childhood friend, a tsundere, a lolly, and maybe your super playful character. I'm not saying that Rent-A-Girlfriend does not have these things, but it certainly does stray away from a lot of them. And this all starts with our wonderful cast of characters. Chizuru Mizuhara is our first girl, and she comes off as a cute and sweet girl, but is quickly shown to be sort of emotional and, can go really crazy with them. At the same time, however, she puts a tough exterior of a girl who isn't bothered by much. It's sometimes difficult to tell what she's thinking because of this. On top of that, she's caring, she can be sweet, and is very hardworking. Mami Nanami is our ex-girlfriend, who on the surface is super sweet and caring, but she's a lot darker than that. She's a perceptive and smart girl who comes with little ideas to figure out situations that don't make all that much sense to her. She schemes, and it's very hard to figure out what she's thinking, much less what her next move will be. She's like a hardcore Yu-Gi-Oh player. All that, however, is just hidden under the super sweet and caring exterior that she holds. Then we have Ruka Sadashina, who is the playful and aggressive and cute girl who just loves to tease and have fun. On the surface, she seems very selfish and, only wants what she wants, but she's a lot more caring than that, and at times she can be very understanding and adapt to the things that, she wants, and adapt to the people that, she cares about. Finally, we have Sumi Sakurasawa. She's a rental girlfriend who is so shy. It's hard for her to talk to people, much less touch them or hold their hand. On paper, she kind of sounds like Kumi-san from Kumi-san Can't Communicate, but when you see her character, she is so much different, as her lack of communication is made up by the emotions and the expressions that she puts on. She wants to be more confident and expressive with her communication, and it makes her a hard worker. Top of that, she's super caring and sweet, and you gotta love her. Honestly, if you ask me which is best girl, it would probably be Sumi or Ruka. I can't really choose between both of them. They're fun, cute girls, and they steal a lot of the scenes that they're in. The point I'm trying to make is that these girls are not one-dimensional, or these characters are not one-dimensional. They're not tropey. All of them hold so much emotion throughout the show, especially Chizuru, who to a lot of people is best girl, and I can definitely see why. However, one of the best things about this show is the protagonist, Kazuya Kanoshita. So I want to talk about him real quick. On the surface, Kazuya seems like your cliche, normal harem protagonist. I mean, he's an average college student. He doesn't really have any defining traits. He's not super intelligent. He's not athletic. However, Kazuya is sort of smart, yet he's the dumbest character hands down in the show. So how does that make sense? Well, Kazuya makes a lot of mistakes in the beginning of the show, and I mean a lot. It's hard not to think of him as a moron, so again, why do I think he's smart? The thing is, many of these average-looking male protagonists are just brain-dead idiots, and when anything happens with a female that screams, "Hey, I like you," the situation is either misunderstood or ignored. That is not the case with Rent-a-Girlfriend. Let me explain. Anytime that Kazuya is put in a situation where a girl likes him and makes it obvious, he's able to see through it and is able to react to it. Most of the time when someone kind of likes Kazuya, one of two things happen. It's obvious and Kazuya picks up on it along with the reader, or it's subtle, or it's left to the interpretation or told through expressions and body language of certain characters, and it may be even hard for the reader to find out, or the reader to imply what is going on. I mean, Chizuru and Mami are two girls that are the hardest to see through. Mami, I think, being the harder of the two. Sumi and Ruka, it's either told to us through some expression or it's pretty straight out and Kazuya figures it out. It's more with Ruka, however. But one of the best things about Kazuya is that throughout the story he grows. The character that we see at the beginning is not the Kazuya that we are seeing now in the manga. And while he would probably say otherwise, it's very obvious that he's slowly changing as a person. And as of right now, the manga is at its highest in terms of emotion, and things are getting very emotional. I mean, emotions are very high. It's honestly getting a little, heart-wrenching. Emotions are definitely the highlight of this show, and honestly, without the characters and the emotion that they give, this show would not be nearly as good as I think it is. With Chizuru and her dream and how that affects her and who gave her that dream, Mami with her feelings and what she does according to those feelings, Ruka with her literal heart and how that guides her actions through the story, Sumi with her growth in confidence and how she grows to talk and be brave. Finally, Kazuya with the person that he loves and how he is inspired by her and how he wants to do all he can to help her. This show has a lot of emotions and it's the best part of the show, hands down. I think without the emotions, the show doesn't do much by itself. The comedy can barely hold itself up without the emotion that the characters need to give. So, if anything, it's the best parts. It's one of the reasons why you should really check out this manga. But that's just the characters, right? That's just, you know, the people we're gonna be with for the show, right? What's the appeal of it? Why should I watch or read this? I gotcha. Look at this art. Mayajima, sorry, I apologize. Mayajima Renji can draw expressions and the girls so freaking well. The girls in this show look beautiful, and when you're illustrating a harem that has mainly women, that is a really big thing to know, and it's a really important thing to nail too. Now, I've been told by most of my friends that the art really isn't anything special, and I don't know what they're looking at because this looks good. There are so many panels that are jaw-droppingly gorgeous, and looking at these visuals just make me want to drink water, like a lot of water, because you know it's good. It's I'm gonna get into the next point. But McNutty, what if I don't like harems? This is actually a valid concern, as harems aren't really everyone's cup of tea, and the harem trope to me isn't what I look for when I watch a rom-com or something of that sort. I much rather prefer certain things that pertain to two people gradually falling in love, something like a Toradora. So I understand why these types of shows might turn some people off. You gotta read through frustrating situations in the story that screams, hey, this person likes this person, but he doesn't know, and then you gotta deal with that through multiple characters. But that doesn't happen in this one. It's sort of a different one, is what I've been trying to say. Look, if the harem aspect of this you don't like, then I understand, but I still recommend that you give it a chance, because it's definitely not a bad story. It has interesting characters, and it's something that I think a lot of people should read, because the characters are the one thing that lift up this show to the maximum that it is, so yeah. In conclusion, there's a lot to love about this manga, and while the anime hasn't come out yet, I hope it hasn't come out yet, I might do a separate video on the anime versus the manga. I do suspect that the anime will be like 12 episodes, and then the anime is literally just gonna come out so that it'll support the manga. There's been a lot of anime that do that. There's a few examples. But please, guys, tell me if you liked the video, and consider subscribing, consider liking the video, as I will be doing a lot of these. Also, tell me if you will be reading Rent a Girlfriend or watching it once it airs in July 10th, I think is when it's gonna air. Hopefully the video comes out before then, but hopefully you guys liked the video. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I've been McnuttyMarz, and I'll see you guys on the next one.